Quite often, when we want to raise an event, we also want to send some data about that event. For example, in our logger module, when we log a message, perhaps our remote login service will generate an ID for that message. Perhaps you want to return that ID to the client, or it may give us a URL to access that logged message directly. So here, when raising an event, we can add additional arguments, which we refer to as event arguments. So we can add an ID like 1, and we can add a URL. But as you can see, these magic values here are a little bit confusing. If you want to send multiple values about an event, it's a better practice to encapsulate those values inside an object. So here we add an object. We get a couple of properties like ID. We set it to ID of this message that is logged, and another property URL like this. Okay, so we refer to this object as event argument. Now, when registering a listener, here this callback function, this actual listener can also receive this event argument. So here we add a parameter called arg. You can call it anything, the name doesn't matter. But by convention, we often use arg, or some people use E to refer to the event or event arg. Whatever you prefer is perfectly fine. So here we have arg. Now let's log it on the console. Very simple. Let's run this application. The node app.js. Okay, look, listener called. And here's our event argument. And with this technique, we can pass data about the event that just happened. Now here's a simple exercise for you. Let's imagine in our logger module, just before calling our remote service to log the message, we are going to raise an event called logging. And while raising this event, we also want to send some data. That is a message that we are going to log. So what I want you to do is to use what we have learned in this lecture and raise and handle this logging event. It's a very simple exercise. I just want you to get used to this syntax.